Yes, guys, and welcome back to the Irish Hotspur. It's your boys, Dave and Jack, bringing you your channel predictions ahead of what is a must-win game as Tottenham travel to Villa Park this weekend. Jacko, how are you, my man?
Doing okay. As I said to all of our lovely members, I'm actually nervous ahead of this game. My happy clapping strengths and abilities are not at their peak. Each passing day, I hope more confidence and more happy clapping comes through me and comes to me. But at the moment, Dave, I'm nervous. I'll be honest.
Well, do you know what? We sit on different end of the spectrums today, Jack. I'm a bit more confident going into this game, and you're a bit more nervous. So we'll leave it up to the channel creators, and let's see what the general consensus is. Are Spurs fans nervous heading into this game, or are they excited? So let's get into it, and we will start with the two boys from We Are Tottenham TV. Let's go. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hi guys, Ben and Sim here from We Are Tottenham TV to give our predictions for the big clash against Aston Villa this weekend. I don't think we need to tell them how big this clash is in terms of the top four race, but I mean, how are you feeling coming into this one?
Look, I think for me, it's a must not lose. As long as we stay within a 5-point gap by the end of this game, with Aston Villa having European football and tough fixtures. I know we got tough fixtures as well, but I'm looking at Villa's fixtures and I'm thinking, if we can at least stay within touching distance of them, I think we can overcome them. So for me, I think we can go and win, especially if this game is sandwiched between two European games for Aston Villa, but it's a must not lose. If that gap goes to 8 points, we're in big trouble.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it. I'm looking at Villa coming into it. They're in good form. They seem to be winning every week. Ollie Watkins, 26, 27 goal contributions this weekend. What a season he's having. But where I'm looking at to target them is their high line this weekend, because I think if we can keep Sonny in that number 9, keep feeding balls in behind, especially through Maddison, I think that's an avenue where we can really hurt them. You're looking at the players that they're having back, though. Diego Carlos is back in training, which is bad for us. Consa's been back for a week now. I was really hoping we were going to be reunited with Clement Longley this weekend, but it doesn't seem to be likely, to be honest. But I think Spurs as well. We've got our own set of form going into it, because I think Spurs had our best performance in a while against Crystal Palace. I thought we dominated it from start to finish. Yes, we didn't create as many chances maybe as we wanted to, but I still think we created more than enough chances to score 3 or 4 goals in the game. And I think more chances will come with that Villa high line. So I'm going to go for 2-1 to Tottenham. What are you going for?
As long as we can play like we did early in the season at the Lane and create as many chances as we did in that game, in this game, I think we'll go and win. And I've got a sneaky feeling that Villa might be suffering from some tired legs on Thursday night, and I'm going to go with the Spurs win. I'm going to go for 3-1 to Spurs.
3-1 Spurs. 3-1. And you know, we do owe them one as well. And Matty Cash better be watching his back this weekend. Come on, you Spurs.
That was a great prediction from the two of them. Well done. Thank you, boys. Way to get us started on that. I'll be honest, I don't want to give away all of our members' thoughts from earlier. Not so sure that Aston Villa high line will be nearly as high as we would like it to be. There could be a slight tweak there. And it actually does sadden me to find out that Diego Carlos could play instead of Clement Longley. Would like to see how that guy, plays against us this time around. A 3-1 and a 2-1, Dave. Good place to start.
Great prediction from the two boys there, Jacko. Look, Ben did touch on something about, us being very dominant in possession last week. I do think that'll give our boys a lot of confidence, a good feel of the football heading into this game. Now, don't get me wrong, it will be a bit different with Villa. I do expect him to go and hunt the ball a bit more than what Crystal Palace does. True. But the confidence of having so much possession hopefully will spill over into this game and work in our favour. Sim also mentioned about being slapped in between 2 big European games for Aston Villa. Ideally, I think Aston Villa would have liked to have got a good resounding result last night against Ajax, which never came. So that game's still in the balance. So they will have to have one eye on that as well, which would be very interesting to see how they handle it. If Diego Carlos does come back, does that mean if Langley comes out, Aston Villa might play that high line that everyone's expecting? Let's wait and see. But the two boys, they don't split the difference whatsoever. What I will say is fair play to Ben. Sim came in nice and nervous, and by the end of Ben's conversation, Sim came out with a 3-1 score prediction. But let's get on to it. Let's see what the next guest is going to predict, Jacko.
It's Shani from Spurs Talk Show. See what he has to say.
Yes, guys, how you doing? Sean Butler from the Spurs Talk Show. I hope you're all doing well. This is my Aston Villa prediction. Going to be an amazing game. Two teams that are going to have to go for it. Both teams that are capable of scoring goals. Both teams that are capable of allowing teams to get back into games even after they take the lead. And so on that basis, I predict goals, which usually means there won't be that many. I do think that Aston Villa are going to be our toughest test of the season, but the Ajax game for them on Thursday night is hopefully a little variable that we can take as an advantage for us, and hopefully they'll be tired, which might be able to allow us to exploit their heavy legs. I'm going to go with 3-2 Tottenham. Goals at both ends, goals in both halves. Watkins for Villa. And for Tottenham, I'm going to say Kulusevski gets one, Sonny gets one, and a Rombom.
That sounds terrific. All of that Rombom. A Kulusevski goal as well does sound lovely. I do remember that terrific goal he scored in his first season with us. I remember he really schooled that Aston Villa defense actually in that game and just had a field day against them. So I'd like to see that definitely happen again. I do believe that was also away from home, if I remember that performance from our man Kulusevski. He is right, though, Dave. Both teams can easily go ahead and then actually end up losing the game. So it's that sort of derby as well. It's the derby of the high lines, and it's the derby of kind of the bottling of leads, kind of teams.
Look, I think that's what makes it a fascinating spectacle this weekend. I predict, a lot of the world will tune in on this one. Both teams are capable of scoring goals, but both teams are capable of conceding them at a very quick rate as well. So I think it makes a fascinating spectacle. Sean, he does love these variables, a game of variables, as he likes to say. So there's plenty more of them coming his way this weekend. And look, to end it off with a Romius Bommius, I mean, he's got me absolutely pumped up now, Jacko. If I wasn't already pumped for this before, we absolutely love a Rombom. And look, he does pop up with a lot. He has popped up with, 4 to 5 goals this season already? I wouldn't write him off,
Moving on to Sonny Talks Spurs. Let's see what he has to say. Liking that yellow top. And see what his prediction is, fresh off back from vacation.
The Yellow Submarine, let's go.
What's going on, Dave and Jack? It's Sonny from Sonny Talks Spurs. I'm away again. I'm in Budapest this time.
Still on
and
vacation.
My prediction for Tottenham versus Aston Villa. A massive clash in the top 4 race. Very pivotal, but I think it's going to end in a draw. And I'll take a draw because Villa are quite a formidable side at Villa Park. I'll be getting no ends of stick from Gabby Bonhor if this result ends in a loss for Spurs, but I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think Villa will keep us at bay, but I think we're going to score enough goals to get a draw in this one. Bit sitting on the fence, but Villa are a strong side. We're getting up to some form as well, so that's what I'm going to go for, a Desmond 2-2.
Great prediction, a 2-2. And in a sense, that falls in the must-not-lose category that we heard from the beginning from our Weird Tom TV boys. And I actually hadn't even heard that phrase for some reason before. It makes total sense. I should use it more often. A must-not-lose. 2-2, lots of goals, kind of what probably most neutrals are maybe looking forward to, maybe that sort of type of game. And I must say, Budapest, haven't had the pleasure, Sonny. I've heard very good things, though, and I imagine it's beautiful.
Yeah, this guy's always on his travels. He could start up a new channel where where's Sonny. That'd be absolutely brilliant. But look, when it comes to what he's saying, he's nervous. It seems like maybe he's a bit swayed by his friend Gabby Ogbonlor. He doesn't want to go out there with his chest. But Sonny, bit more chest on it, my man. I guarantee you, Sunday you'll be the one having a last laugh with Gabby.
Oh, great prediction, Sonny. And have a lovely time on your vacation in Hungary. And we'll see Holly from Holly's Hotspurs.
Ledley King's best friend.
Hello, yes, it's me, Holly from Holly's Hotspurs. It's going to be my match preview for the game against Villa. This one's going to be incredibly tough, I feel. They've got Ollie Watkins and the geezer's firing on all cylinders. He's incredible. I really wish we could have him at Spurs, but I doubt he's going to leave Villa. But you know what? With the likes of Mickey van der Ven and Romero, I definitely think we could try and put him in the back of their pockets. I also want to point out, obviously, it's going to be the Matty Cash derby of all derbies. I'm just hoping that Romero doesn't go right for him and get a red card, because I think that could definitely jeopardise the game. It's definitely going to be end-to-end stuff in terms of Villa are going to go at it, we're going to go at it, we're not going to change our ways. There's going to be plenty of goals, but I also think we're going to leak a few as well. For this one, I think I'm going to go 3-2 Tottenham. It's a must-win game if we want to push on to get top 4. So here's the hoping that we get the job done.
3-2 as well. She sounds like she wants somebody to clear out Matty Cash, but when it comes to Romero, just not too much is what she seemed to allude to there. Go through him, but don't go through him too much that you end up getting punished for it. I agree with a lot of what Holly has to say, though. I mean, Ollie Watkins, a huge threat, and it's a massive game. See a lot of goals in it. 3-2. That's my prediction.
Yeah, look, she's the second or third one to mention Ollie Watkins. Hopefully, we turn him into Ollie Pumpkin, at the weekend, Jack. Look, I think our defence has all the capabilities to be able to sort of watch him. If Aston Villa tried to put the ball in behind, well, we know Van de Ven can deal with that. And if the ball goes to his feet, we'll just let Romero take care of it. For me, I'm not as fearful of Ollie Watkins this weekend. I back our back line. And look, I know I've no substance behind my argument because we haven't kept the clean sheet in 2024. But I just have a feeling we're going to put on our best display this weekend, Jacko. Our best performance of the season. I think it's going to come. And hopefully it'll give, all these fans who are predicting Aston Villa to score a couple of goals a bit more confidence heading into the next few fixtures, because we can't keep going on like this where we're conceding goals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
At some point, we have to be able to put clean sheets together to put a good run of form together to make top four.
And why not do it in the least likely game for us to do that possible? Let's head on over to Lee the Dorset Spur, see what he has to say. Also on his lovely travels, it's the week of vacations for these lovely Spurs channels.
Hey everyone, Lee the Dorset Spur back with my prediction for the Aston Villa versus Tottenham Hotspur game. Going to be a bit of a guess, I'm afraid, because I am currently away on holiday, so I'm making my predictions before I go. So I don't know the result of Tottenham versus Crystal Palace, and I won't know the result of Luton versus Aston Villa. So I won't know how far the difference is between the two teams. But I am expecting both those matches to be won by Villa and by Tottenham. So don't feel there'll be too much between us, but this is a must-win game for us because we really need to be putting them under pressure and taking advantage of this opportunity. Aston Villa are having a really good season, the same as us, and they're a little bit further forward on their project. But they have lost against Man United, they have lost against Newcastle, and they have lost against Chelsea in recent matches. So
that's true.
They can be beaten. And they can be beaten by teams that are probably in and around the same kind of area. So that gives me hope that we could do it. But I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a big ask. We are away from home. So for me, I'm going to be pessimistic and I'm going to go for a Desmond. 2-2.
That's the second one today. A lot of Spurs fans nervous heading into this game. However, great educated guess by Lee, with the theory, he thought both teams are going to win and then gives his opinion off that. Very educated guess, Lee. Well done.
I love how I was preparing for our first defeat prediction with his negative prediction as he labeled it, but a 2-2 is certainly fine. Sounds like an exciting game. I think a lot of Spurs fans, of course, were definitely hoping for a win and wanting a win, but I mean, let's be honest, Aston Villa, a very good team. I think we'll try to get away with a point and see if we can pick points off of them, in that table in the future with the various other games. So I think a 2-2 by no means is a negative prediction going into this one. And I was actually just chuckling in laughter, having to make 3 predictions based off, knowing and having not known what the last 3 weeks have entailed. It's just, even if you think the games are predictable, it is the Premier League, right? Like, what if Spurs had lost to Palace? Or what if Villa, just got absolutely shredded, in their last game or something like that. It is very funny to make predictions this far in advance. And I bet Lee the Dorset Spur might actually be his most accurate, with this sort of bliss of not even knowing what's going on or anything. Perhaps the predictions are even easier.
I can't wait to see next week's one where, how he thinks the Villa result's going to go and stuff like that. Because, again, he sent one in ahead of time. So big up, Lee. But look, let's keep it moving. Let's get on to hear what Jose has to say ahead of this game. Big up, Jose.
Hi, Dave, Jack, and everyone at the Irish Hotspur. It's Jose here from Hotel Cockerel with my prediction for Sunday's game against Aston Villa. The presser is taking place tomorrow, so Villa haven't even played tonight in the Europa League, so it's a stab in the dark basically. They've got a couple of injuries. Boubacar Kamara's out, Jacob Ramsey's out, although I don't really look at other teams. Longley might be playing against us. I don't really look at other teams, but what I will say is that if we've got a fully fit squad, we are going to be looking forward to football to a team that will not mid to low block us, especially at Villa Park. So it'll be end-to-end, open, entertaining game, and with everything that's going on with them playing midweek, and I think they'll stick a strong side out tonight when they play Ajax, then I think that we'll go up there and it's a case of who's the better finisher and who gets taken care of. I think that Watkins is on fire at the moment, but Van der Ven's got the speed to take him out of the game and to nullify him. Where I don't believe that they've got the speed at the back to nullify Son. I would like to see Johnson play from the start and Werner, because pace kills. I'd like to see Papsar come in for either Benton or Basuma and Porro to replace Royale. And if that's the case, then we're going to have a team that's normally akin to Tottenham. We'll have lots of pace in the team, lots of energy, and I expect us to come out winning at Villa Park 2-0. Come on, you Spurs, keep supporting the Irish Hotspur and the lads, and in Ange we trust.
He's looking forward to a strong team. He's looking forward to having some of these guys back from injury like Pedro Porro, and he feels confident enough to give us a clean sheet, 2-0, Dave.
No, I love the fact that he's confident for the clean sheet. He's like me, he loves a clean sheet. Like Jose Mourinho loves a clean sheet. But look, one thing where I do disagree with him, I agree with the other changes, Pedro Porro and Papa Massar coming in. I disagree with the Brennan Johnson one personally. I would like to see Kulu retain his place for the physicality and use Johnson as an impact. So, because like you alluded to, they play Ajax during the week. They're going to tire out towards the end of the game. And that's where I think Johnson will get his his most impact on the game. So that's what I would do personally. But look, it's good to see that he's confident like me, Jacko.
Yeah, definitely good. And big up to El Tel Cockerel. Big up to the Talking Ball. Head on over to those two channels. Let's head on over to Spurs Kings TV. See what Marlon has to say.
Dave, Jack, hope you are well. It's Marlon from Spurs Kings TV. And this is my prediction for Villa. If you'd caught me on We Are Tottenham TV last week, I have kind of still predicted it. And I've been waiting for a week and I'm going, when I send this off to the guys at Irish Hotspur, I wonder if my prediction has changed. And I'm not going to change it. I think we're going to lose 3-2. I think we'll go 2-0 up, and I think Villa will come back in the last half an hour. I just got a feeling there's going to be a sub that Ange is going to get wrong, especially after last week after he got it right. I just think he's going to get one wrong, and it's just going to open us up. And the reason why I think that is, I think Villa will have a slow start because they're only in Amsterdam, not far, probably Newcastle's further, but they're only in Amsterdam, late night Thursday, and then they got to come back and play an intense game at the weekend. So it depends on Villa's lineup when they play Ajax as well. I think we'll open them up. I really hope, and I'm really hoping Romero doesn't go after Matty Cash. I really hope we see the Romero we saw last week. But the defence is starting to look solid. Hopefully Porro's back. Hopefully Bentancur, he's not been the same. I think he said something about the break has not done him the world of good, so hopefully he's back to his best. But hopefully we'll see Basuma, Sarah, Madison. Hopefully it's Sonny up front, Kulu or Johnson on the right. And it's probably going to be Werner. Another test for him. Hopefully, he doesn't have any one-on-ones. But yeah, I'm going 3-2 Villa, boys. I'm so sorry. I'm going 3-2 Villa. But it's as long as we see a performance, I won't, and that's all we're asking for. But yeah, everyone, make sure you subscribe to the boys. They're all good. But yeah, come on, you Spurs. Hopefully they prove me wrong this week.
Yeah, we want you to be wrong this time, Marlon. That's for sure. Need you to be wrong this time. I mean, I would say to you, though, like, if you think it's actually going to go down in that sort of manner, like Spurs go up 2 goals and then end up losing at 3-2, please, 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 even if you aren't a betting man, just put like a few bucks on that happening, because I bet you would be very thankful for the return, because, the bookies probably have no idea that this is what Marlon actually has planned ahead of this game. A 2-0 lead for Spurs, only to be bottled at the end by a huge comeback for Villa. That's crazy.
Trust Marlon to ruin my Friday, Jacko, But look,
it's brutal.
First of all, I do hope he's absolutely, completely wrong. I wouldn't be able to handle that. I just would not be able to take that whatsoever.
That's
my
a roller
hope
coaster.
is that hopefully them Ajax players were sitting in the Aston Villa dressing room after the game, smoking some Dutch haze, There's a bit of a stoned over for these guys heading into this game from the Ajax game. That would be absolutely brilliant. But Marlon, next week, I want a winning prediction. End of. You got to do your best to give me a winning prediction.
The one time we can't have him speak honestly is going to be for the next prediction. No honesty from you next time, Marlon. Got that.
I appreciate the honesty, but I want delusion next week.
Yeah, no ifs or buts. Please, give us the prediction we want to hear next time, Marlon. Big up to you, sir. Appreciate you, and we do hope that you're wrong. And also big up to the Spurs Kings TV. Last but certainly not least, the Prophetron. There he is in all his glory, Dave. See what he has to say.
Hi, this is Dermot, aka Dermatron from thfc till I die, your home of Tottenham past, present, and an exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. This is my match day prediction of Aston Villa versus Tottenham Hotspur at Villa Park at Sunday kickoff 2 o'clock. Look, it's a must-win game. This is a 6-pointer for top 4, but we've got an advantage. We've got a game in hand in them. We need to beat them, and we need to make that advantage count. We got a good win against Crystal Palace. It wasn't the best win, but it was a win where we didn't give up. And once we'd broken down the door, then it was only going to be one winner. As I said on the fan show on Monday, I would keep Johnson on the bench because he's more effective, I think, at the moment on the bench than starting him. Because if you start him, he tires after an hour. But if you bring him on for half an hour to go, then I think, look, you're going to get the best out of him. And as you saw, he set up for Werner's goal on Saturday, and the rest is history. Look, I'm going for a 2-0 win. I think it's going to be a difficult game, but it's a game we're going to have to be concentrated. It's a game we're going to have to really think about what we're doing. But as I said, 2-0. Come on, you Spurs. In Big Ange, we trust. Top 4 is ours if we want it.
Top 4 is ours if we want it. That's what the Tron says. He's absolutely right. It's up for us, Dave. It's up to us. We got to grab it. We got to seize this opportunity here. He's talking about a 6-pointer. In a sense, it's also a 6-pointer for Aston Villa, right? Because they beat us last time out, so they could have a real opportunity here if they were to win this game to like solidify actually that distance between us and them for top 4. So it's absolutely up for grabs for both teams. You really would think that, I mean, you brought it up, both teams really can't afford to lose it, actually.
Nah, look, you know, I hope it does. After all this, you know, everyone expecting goals and everything else, Jacko, it doesn't fail, you know, falter to deceive
0-0
as a 0-0. You know, that'd be such an anticlimax. But look, you know the nature of the game when you get serious, Dermot. You know, this week, you know, he's absolutely pumped. He's ready for it. Predicting a clean sheet, absolutely love that. It's Jose and Dermo sure they're not twins. You know, predicting the same scoreline and everything else.
Yeah.
But look, big game, Dermo. Let's go and get the win, my man. Everyone, that is the end of the score predictions. I will put all their channel links in the comment section below. Make sure you get across, show them the love. Smash a subscribe on their channel and watch their content. Give us your score predictions in below. Give us your pre-match nerves or pre-match thoughts, whatever way you want to describe it. But Jacko, any last words?
No, I'm nervous still, as much as I wanted to be less nervous after these predictions. Still nervous. Looking forward to this weekend, though. Maybe at some stage I can get a bit more confidence out of this game. Looking forward to what could be one of our biggest games of the season. Everybody, stay well rested. Get some good food into you. Let's build ourselves up for this Sunday. Come on, you Spurs.
What I will add to that, Jack, is I think more people fall on your side. They're a bit more nervous heading into this game. They don't want to take my part of delusion, which is absolutely fine. But look, regardless, by hook or crook, hopefully we get the win. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on,
in
you
the mighty
Spurs.
Ange we trust. We
In the Big Ange we
never
trust.
stop.